It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the reigning NFC champs and the Bears on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, wild first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you say, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is.
Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the number one goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Dallas.
They'll run it with the Boston College bruiser, A.J. Dillon. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Prescott. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. On play action, here's Dak. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
There's really no way around it, Mike. I mean, let's just call it what it is. This has been a disastrous start to their season thus far. I mean, they desperately need to get a win and change some of the energy in that building, because I can assure you, I've been there before. As these losses stack up, every day becomes more and more of a drag. And then all of a sudden you get that one big win and the spirits of the building just change overnight. They need that. Can today be that spark? Because if not, they're in for a long season.
Now Williams going to keep it himself. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Third and long. Here's Williams. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45. The Cowboys offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Prescott. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. They try to run for it with Dillon. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
1st down, Cowboys.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Prescott now. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off play action. Here's Williams. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
3 yards to go.
A play fake. Now Williams. Throw is caught by Cooper on the right side. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Here's Torrey Taylor now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This brought in out past the 20. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Prescott on first down. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
First down, Prescott. We'll try to set up the screen to Dillon. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll throw again. Dak gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. Again, Prescott to the air. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Kicking time, the field goal unit out for the Cowboys. This one from 54 yards out. And that one not going to get there, and it's wide to the left as well. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now this looks like a design run. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And on third down, that ball incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for. And it's going to bring up fourth down. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. Take it in, back at his own 12. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with a run, and it's Dillon. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Play action now. Prescott. He runs with it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third and short. Prescott. Quickly to the outside and complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. 2nd and 11. Right back to Dillon. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Dak to throw. He'll get this out wide. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's their punter now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. That is fielded at the 13. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Soldier Field after this. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. On the bootleg, it's Williams. He'll go right back to Komet. He's got it again. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Here's the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
36-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Here's Prescott. That's caught by Dillon. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
At the 42-yard line.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Automatic 1st down.
1st and 10. Now Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
2nd down, Prescott. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Intended for
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Dak gonna run with it himself. The defense not biting. They stay at home, stop the quarterback. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A give. Here's Dillon. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now Prescott. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. The Bears have it. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble, and all of a sudden the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back. But either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position.
The Bears offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
All right, Mike, at this point, am I allowed to call timeout? Because I would love to talk to both of these offenses. Listen, guys, ball security. Protecting the ball is the #1 rule in football. You got one side losing it on a fumble, the other side gives it right back with a pick. I mean, come on, guys. As an offensive guy, I want to see big plays. I want to see long drives, touchdowns, not a game of hot potato bouncing the ball back and forth.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. 3rd and long. Prescott. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. This is taken at the 25. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
7-yard line.
They'll run. It's Swift. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Williams. Off-balance throw. It's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Williams. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Prescott. The open man is Tolbert. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Prescott. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
We'll go play action. It's Prescott. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Ho-ho! And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bears offense getting set to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give them 6 on that play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
They'll go again with Swift, and he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Bears first down.
To throw, it's Williams. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 48-yard line.
They will run it over center with Swift. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. Over the middle, that's Komet. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Swift. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
The 22-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Another run here, another run by Swift. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Now 3rd and 8.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Williams. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
A safe kick taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to get to the sticks. He'll wind up losing yardage as they mark him short of the 1st down, and it sets up 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
This one, returnable. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
Now Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Bears send out their punt team. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. One final throw before the break. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where you see the final score there. Najee Harris, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Nick Chubb, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. And then finally, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bears offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
He'll manage only a couple. Maris Leofow there on the stop. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bears sending out their punt team. Here comes a return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Prescott. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. We'll try to set up the screen to Dillon. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
On 1st and 10, here's Dillon. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Prescott now. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. Prescott. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This one from 39 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 6-3 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll tuck it and take off. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Give up the middle with Swift. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. They're on the ground. And he's going to have a Bears first down. They wind up gaining 8 on 3rd and 4.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Toward the perimeter, it's Cooper.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's Swift. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
On 1st down, they give it right back to Swift. Now, a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. On the give, here's Swift. Not much there, maybe a yard. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
We spent so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. throw the ball away, get back out there on third down, and give yourself a chance. When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Play fake. Prescott. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly, realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket, decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
At the 30-yard line.
To throw is Dak. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here's third down and a few inches. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
And the Cowboy first down.
Dak to throw. The open man is Tolbert. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Prescott again. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Give up the middle to the big back, Dillon. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw is Prescott. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
It seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
On the return, it's Tyler Scott. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Williams. And that ball's intercepted by Trayvon Diggs. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. 1st and 10. Throwing is Prescott. There's that man again. Another catch. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the handoff, this is Dillon. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now. I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll swing this out to Swift. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Williams. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. He'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Cowboys offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with a run, and it's Dillon. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. They'll go play action. It's Prescott. Looking left side is tight end Tremble.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 35-yard line.
Here's Ferguson on the tight end screen. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now the return, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yeah, I think it's super important, Mike, that we point out just how much the pass rush and then the secondary coverage works together. The more that rush gets home, the faster that ball gets out. We can play certain coverages knowing the timing of the quarterback has to be sped up. So often, the teams that are the most successful in this league, Mike, they have the best understanding. When our back end and our front end are working in unison, man, it puts a lot of pressure on not only the quarterback, but the entire offense.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Still 2nd down.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll run it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Williams. He runs with it. And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the first down. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Now Swift. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8.
It's second and 8.
To throw, it's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They need 8 as they come up for third down. On the give, it's Swift.
DeAndre Swift, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott set to take over again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We'll try again. It's second and 10.
brings up second and 10 at the 28-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Now he takes off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Oh, he coughs up the football. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
Off the play fake, Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Cowboys offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it, 1st and 10. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On the ground, it's Swift. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Tevin Jenkins, the man called for the flag. Throwing on 2nd down, Smith. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, Smith. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Infraction, defense.
Still 2nd down.
They'll try it one more time, but now a bit closer. It is 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. And hold on to that football, young man. As a keeper, his 1st NFL touchdown.
Well, there's still some time remaining, but what a sequence of events here, Mike. I mean, late in the game, they get the touchdown that they needed to tie it, and now they can take the lead with the extra point.
So, not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. From the 6, here comes a return. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Prescott on 1st down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Here's Dillon. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd, and the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game. He's got it at about the 8. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This is just backbreaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's 3rd and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
The Bears offense and DeAndre Swift set to get going again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. On first down is Smith. And that one incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. Smith now. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
And after that completion, they don't have enough to move the chain. So it's all going to come down to this. If they want any opportunity to go down and kick themselves a field goal, they've got to convert here on this 4th down. They need their best play.
Here's 1st and 10. To a knee goes Prescott. And that should do it. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Chicago.